Meditation. Everyone talks about it. The benefits, why it's good for you, why you need to be doing it, the spiritual side of things, how it's going to help you calm your mind, how it's going to help you become more focused, how it's going to help you with decisions and clarity and insight and direction. And yet, despite the effort that you're putting in, you're finding that you're not quite getting it. Meditation doesn't seem to be working for you in the way that it's working for others, and that's annoying. It's frustrating because you sit down to meditate and you're trying to have that calm mind, you're trying to focus on your breath, you're using guided meditations, and you may temporarily experience some relief and some moments of presence, but they don't last. And that's the annoying thing. That's the frustrating thing, is you want them to last. You don't just want it to be a 10-minute guided meditation where you get 10 minutes break from your mental and emotional world, where you get 10 minutes of rest from the busy thinking and the emotional tension that's in your body. You want something that lasts longer, something that becomes permanent, something that's ongoing. And that's what I'm going to talk to you about in this video. I'm going to share a couple of super simple distinctions and insights and perspectives with you around meditation that really will transform your meditative practice and will make it so much better. And I'm going to start with talking about where people go wrong. Now, where people go wrong with their meditation is that they go into a meditation with a goal. And the goal is trying to calm down their mind or trying to rest and relax their body. The issue with this is when you go into meditation with a goal, you have an attachment, and then based on the goal, based on the outcome, you will then judge the meditation as either good or bad. You will be trying to meditate, which is not what meditation is. You will essentially be getting in your own way and wasting your own time. When the attachment and the goal and the outcome is to have a quiet mind and a rested and relaxed body, then if you have a busy mind, that's a bad meditation. If you have a tensed body, that's a bad meditation. If your mind is calm, that's a good meditation. But then you can go back to having a busy mind meditative experience, and you've once again had another bad meditation. So what's really great to understand is, or just a super simple perspective on meditation, is that meditation is the non-judgmental observation of your experience. So you're not there with if anything, the goal, it's more of an attitude and an intent to watch, notice, listen, observe. That's it. Just go in, close your eyes, watch what's happening, notice how busy your mind is, listen to how you're feeling, observe all of it. Because there is no direct way to calm the mind. Alan Watts says it better than I ever could, is that muddy water is best cleared left alone. I'll say that again. Muddy water is best cleared left alone. If you go into the mind trying to calm it, it's like trying to smooth out the surface of a pond with your hands. You only add to the disturbance. It's like having a snow globe and you're impatient with the snowflakes falling, that you try to forcefully bring them back down to the ground. What do? You just shake it up and you add to the disturbance. But if you leave that snow globe, all those snowflakes will fall and it will become clear. So when it comes to meditation, your job is to watch, listen, notice, and observe. And sometimes you will have a meditation where your mind is quite calm and your body's quite relaxed. Other times you'll close your eyes and you'll notice, wow, my mind is super busy today. Or even better said, not my mind, but the mind is super busy today. The issue with thinking is that we've become so identified with thinking and conditioned to thinking that we think that who we are is our thoughts. But you are not the mind, and you are not the thoughts that go through the mind. You are the watcher, the observer, the noticer. You are the awareness within which thoughts happen, within which thinking takes place. And the more that you practice meditation from this perspective, the greater and greater connection and felt sense within your mind and body you will develop to being the space of awareness and being the observer, rather than being the thinker who's trying to calm their thoughts. It's never going to work that way for you. It's never going to happen. However, if you simply allow thoughts to come in and out, you allow emotions to come up and pass, this too shall pass. You will find that the way in which you get great at meditation is by not trying to be great at meditation, but instead watching, noticing, listening, observing, and allowing. And then afterwards, if you want, then you can take notes on what you saw, what you noticed, what you heard, what you observed. But while you're there, eyes closed, simply watch, listen, notice, and observe. You can start with a 5-minute timer. You can go with a 10-minute timer. You can go with no timer at all. And you will notice differences in your experience and in your practice. There was a time where I was flying home from a trip to Africa with some friends, and I was meditating on the plane on the way home. And I hadn't set a timer to, take me out of the meditation. And there was a point of uncertainty that I came across. There was a point of discomfort that I came across where I noticed that I quite reactively just opened my eyes and checked what the time was. Rather than staying with the uncertainty that surfaced in that experience of meditation, I reactively opened my eyes and checked what the time was to see how long I'd been meditating and how much longer was left until a certain point in the flight. Now, the best thing for me to do in that moment would have actually been to just notice, okay, there's some uncertainty here around the time of how long I've been here. There's some emotional discomfort to this uncertainty, and I'm noticing that what I really want to do right now is bring some certainty to it by quickly opening my eyes, checking the time, closing my eyes, and then going back to the meditation. So if you put 5 minutes on, maybe you'll find that you can just really chill, because in 5 minutes meditation will be done. Maybe if you put 20 minutes on the timer, you will notice different things. You'll observe, you'll hear, you'll listen, you'll feel different things in that practice. Either way, whatever is happening, your job is to notice, to observe, to watch, and to listen. And this is what will change your practice. This is what will bring about a deeper felt sense in your body to the awareness that you are, to the being of awareness that will be carried through in your day to day. That's not some temporary relief, but the more that you do it, it will become a permanent shift. You'll get better and better and better that just simply on the spot, noticing what you're thinking, noticing how you're feeling, watching the resistance, watching thoughts argue with other thoughts, watching feelings conflict with other feelings, and allowing it to take place within you rather than trying to shift it and move it around and reach some goal or attachment or outcome of your meditation that you've set for yourself. And this is when you will get from your meditative practice what you've so badly been wanting to get from meditation all along. Enjoy.